yeah. Well, here we are. Right where we left off. Oh, heck. Forgot to click off the screen. Right where we left off last time. Oh, that visual glitch kills me. Yep, we're right where we left off last time, and just after we beat the gym last time, we found out that Lysander is actually evil, which is pretty crazy, because, you know, there really wasn't much indication of that before, and it's just generally startling to find out. So I guess we have to go and stop him, because if anything's going to cause a mass extinction event, then it's going to be my toxicity. Now, I do want to check something. Yeah, so our first destination is going to be Lysander Labs. We have to go and take him on in Lumio City, which is where I've just flown. I do want to check the details of his team. I'm not super worried, but I can't recall if his... Okay, his Gyarados does have Earthquake, the first battle. So... we may wind up doing some pivoting, actually. Because as long as I can bait Earthquake and Aqua Tail, I can switch between Phil Bates and Desi to waste those moves. Yeah. Let's pick out a team for diving into this section. I'm thinking we want Al. And this is important, but I think at least for the start, we're good to go with this team. So yeah, if we head over here from the Pokemon Center, we gain access to Lysander Labs. Oh, I didn't actually realize he would challenge me. Huh. I thought it was only the other one that fought us. Well, after that foolish decision, I'm going to backtrack to the Pokemon Center, because that was actually kind of a waste of hit points. I will admit, though, I appreciate at least one thing about this section of the game, even if the Team Flare fights aren't exactly the most interesting portion. I appreciate the chance to, I appreciate the fact that they put a Pokemon Center right next to Team Flare headquarters. Well, next to Lysander Labs. Let's see now. I'm pretty sure we actually fight Lysander for the first time right after going in here. Yeah. He doesn't actually have an especially good team. At the moment, the only real threat is Pyroar. But we have Al and Lotta, both of whom have coverage into it. So it shouldn't actually be too crazy. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and lead Lotta. I think that should actually bait in Gyarados pretty early. And it shouldn't have much trouble at all getting through his early Pokemon. Yeah, so if my guess is right, yep, Gyarados. And I just realized that was dumb because now he can actually go for Outrage instead of Earthquake, which he did. Okay, luckily we are pretty tanky, so we actually deal with that pretty well. That was a dumb move on my part, actually. Literally any of my other Pokemon except Desi would have baited Earthquake. And then we could have gotten a safe switch into Peeves. Alright, Al. You head in. I'll admit, I'm kind of surprised Al doesn't necessarily hit as hard as I tend to expect. Like, I really thought it would be one-hitting a lot of these fire types. Yeah, let's switch into Lotta. And there we can use Twister. Or Thunderbolt, not Twister. Yeah. Honestly, Lysander is surprisingly challenging. Just has a lot of physical attackers. And we don't have the most physically bulky Pokemon overall. Oh. Speaking of not having the most physically bulky Pokemon, I'm actually gonna go ahead and redo the team real quick. So I really only needed Peeves in there for Gyarados. So now we've got room for Sully. So yeah, unfortunately we can't gain access to the elevator until we find the elevator key. Okay, it looks like fighting that person is required. Let's see. Make sure I don't wind up in any really dumb situations that are easily avoidable. Okay, first one up is a Swalot. So actually, not too much he can do to our team. I think I'm gonna go ahead and let Phil Bates handle it. Oh, I meant to hit Bulldoze. Oh my gosh, I'm actually throwing this. Sully, if you would be so kind. encore it into stockpile so that it literally can't stop stockpiling. We'll use encore again. That'll lock it in for a few turns after it wakes up. This might seem pointless, but here's the thing. With those stockpile boosts, if it uses Spit Up right now, it'll actually be an absurdly powerful move. So by making it stay locked into stockpile, we prevent that, which wouldn't have been necessary had I just actually hit the move that I meant to. But I'm clearly not running at full steam today. Oh, it's gonna be one of those days. We're gonna have to be careful, because I would really prefer not to lose any teammates here. Okay, this lady. What is she carrying? Mightyena and Drudigan. I think it should be pretty doable to deal with Drudigan. Our best bet's probably Sully. So yeah, let's switch into Sully. Got powerful physical attacks, but we can take a few of those. So if we fire up Toxic, we can start acid spraying it down. And at that point, I think I'm going to switch to Lave. One of the nice things about this section is that we've actually got a really long ways to go before the next level cap. It's like 59 or something. Which means we can avoid the issue of worrying about leveling up. So, what's this portal? Okay, so the green one takes me back there, the yellow one takes me back to the beginning. Got it. So, okay, so there's a doorway back there. This guy is probably the next one in the list. Yeah, a grunt with a swallow and a light bird. Should be pretty doable. Now, this time, the plan is to actually hit the move that I mean to use. And what do you know? It worked. Yeah, Phil Bates had a really solid matchup into that. Oh hey, it's these two. And because they are jerks, they decided that their help to me would be giving me revives that I can't use. Oh. Okay, we'll head in here. I don't actually remember if these people battle us. Oh, hey, that's helpful. You know what? Maybe we can let this happen. Maybe we can just come here, join Team Flare, live in their bunker-like facility and sleep in beds that remind me of the grandfather from Stardew Valley, and you know what? Never mind. Hi there. Okay, so we got a Liepard. What's waiting in the back? A Mightyena. Okay, this genuinely shouldn't be much trouble at all. The next one could cause issues. Oh wow, it didn't have Intimidate? I always forget that they gave Mightyena other abilities in later generations. I'm just so used to Intimidate Mightyena. Now, this person leads with a Houndoom and then switches into a Toxicroak. So we'll lead with Al, who should be able to take the first match pretty well, though the Houndoom's moveset could potentially be annoying. Oh, never mind, we're just gonna actually one-shot something for once. And we can't really do anything to Toxicroak, so let's switch over to Desi, who can now finish it easily with Acrobatics. And after that, we can come back here and take another quick nap. While it's easy to reach, we might as well. It saves us the time of worrying about trips a little bit later when we might not have quite as much time. Okay, I see it. This is the way that we have to go. And he's probably in that room. What's this person have? Looks like a Golbat most likely, so I think I'll go ahead and switch Lotta up front. Nope, it's a Manectric. You know, had I thought about that, could have actually been... This is actually a bit of a trickier fight. Wow. So we don't have any of our grass types on the team, so we don't have the best answers into an electric type. Luckily, a dragon type resists, so I guess we should be fine. Now I'm just confused. This isn't at all who I was expecting. Not the first time that I looked it up, and not the second time either. Oh, come on, really? You lucked into the poison and had Facade in your move pool? What are the odds? I wish we actually had a good dragon move. Maybe they were assuming I would go in here first. Okay, it's these two. I think I take them on one at a time, but I could be wrong. Huh. Based on what I think they have, yeah, based on what I think they have, the safe move is probably leading with Lotta, who I already have up front, and Phil Bates. Oh, just one of them. Okay. So yeah, that works too. Come on, Lotta, you got this. Now that it's a Drapion, I think we're gonna go ahead and switch into Sully real quick. Okay, if it's going for acupressure, then we're gonna lock it in there. That makes it safe to go into Phil Bates. I missed what its first boost was because we were on speed up mode. Hey Sendafe, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. We are trying to work our way through Team Flare stuff. Okay, this could actually be trouble. Oh, that's really bad. Okay, it's still just going for acupressure. Well, best of luck with that, Snom. Come on, Phil. To pivot, I'll pivot into Sully. It should at least be able to take a couple of hits. I can yawn it. I can yawn this thing to sleep. That's not good. Sully, use yawn. Even a crit won't kill. It did a lot. Oh crap, it had sniper. I didn't even think of that. But unfortunately, you know what, Leu is our best switch in. Shimmer. Yeah, to be honest, I like Snom. Like, I think it's cute, but I've never actually had a good time to use it. Honestly, I don't actually even know where you catch it. I'm guessing just around that Snowy City, but... Personally, I like blue Shellos more, but I like pink Gastrodon more. That stupid evasion boost. Come on, Leu, you got this. You can break through this thing. All you need to do is land one hit. There we go. Oh, and Rafkin, sorry I didn't spot you coming in there. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Okay, that was harder than I would have liked. And we go straight into the next fight. Team's a little bit beat up. Viapard's no worries, but it's a Bisharp in the back. Okay, how can I play this intelligently? As dumb as this might seem, I think the actual answer is literally just go into Phil Bates. Oh, welcome to the stream, Bruce. How's it going? Okay. So luckily the taunt was totally free, which means this is the right move. Because yeah, Phil Bates can one-shot both Pokemon. It was just a matter of getting him in safely. Phil, you don't need to learn Poison Jab. Yeah, Phil outspeeds and one-shots both Pokemon here. So the safest option was to switch it into Liepard, even though it was at low health. Okay, we're through these guys. I don't really care what you're doing. Let me leave and heal my Pokemon. There we go. Gonna go make a spin a wheel thing to choose a game and Pokemon and type for your next run. That should be fun. Best of luck to you on that. Oh, that's my phone. Forgot to turn off the alarm. Okay. So we made it through there. And then it went on a loop. And now we can actually make use of this panel that I dodged last time. Okay. Ooh, black glasses. I've been wondering when I'd get those. That's probably the right way. Who am I leading right now? Lotta. You know what? We still have to face in here. A grunt with a Golbat, another grunt with a Toxicroak and Liepard, and then an admin with a Houndoom and a Weavile. Yeah, I think Desi should be a good matchup into both the grunts. What? Okay, Desi, just go nuts. Because clearly I don't know where the heck I am. Warp here. Now, before we check out that room, I'm gonna go ahead and check out this area. You. What do you have? Okay, this is the guy with the Golbat. So yeah, luckily by this level, I think they've leveled out of acrobatics, which makes a lot of things simpler. What's happening here? You. Okay, so this is the Toxicroak and Liepard trainer. Again, should be pretty simple, just clicking acrobatics on Desi. Okay, that's the last admin. What does she have? There is still that one room that we haven't checked out. Okay, Houndoom and Weavile. So, yeah, let's lead with Al. I don't even know what I said yes to at that point. Luckily our attack is low and our speed is high. Foul play still hurts though. Okay, so this should be a pretty easy one for Phil Bates. Yeah, walls this thing to heck. Oh, we got the elevator key. Oh, and we got that potion, which doesn't really do much for us, but I'll take it anyway, I guess. Spinning puzzles, always fun. Okay, we'll stop by the healing room. And we'll check out that one room that I avoided, since there don't actually seem to be any trainers there. That's not the room that I'm thinking of. Dang it, I went the wrong way. And again. Oh. Okay, so I have just made the same loop 3 times in a row. Here we go. This is the route to the one that I'm trying to reach. I should clarify, spinning puzzles are fun to watch. I can't necessarily claim that I'm that good at them. Okay, it was a rare candy back here. Oh, this is neat. Nope, nothing back in that corner. Okay, what are we gonna see in the basement now? Straight to Lysander 2 or something else. Ah, Team Flare Xerosic. Okay, so we're coming up against a Crobat and a Malamar. Malamar should be pretty easy for Leyu, but I should make a plan for the Crobat. I think I'll lead Sully, put it to sleep, and then I can switch to Lotta. Oh my gosh. Hang on just a second. By the way, folks, this is at 600% speed. It is currently going 6 times as fast as it normally would. So you can imagine just how agonizingly long this cutscene is in a normal situation. And all it does... Okay, now I can put it back down to 300% for the speed up. All that entire cutscene does is basically remind us that they never actually released Floette Eternal. They teased it and then proceeded to never do any sort of distribution event. It is in the game's code. It has a special move. And yet it was never released. Which bugs me more than any other aspect of this, by the way. Light of Ruin, yep. It's like a fairy-type head smash, if I recall correctly. So yeah, we'll open with a yawn. So So it's using Air Slash. That might flinch us once or twice. Okay, but if it's using Air Slash, then it should be pretty safe to go into Lotta. Yeah, they had all of the tools to bring in this really cool Pokemon with a really legit design and fascinating story hooks, and they just decided to never do so. And no, I am not going to just get over it, because it actually really bothers me that they did that. So, Pokemon Sword fighting types only. Huh. I'm trying to think what early fighting types are available. I mean, you could break the run right off the bat by going straight to the Isle of Armor as soon as you can and getting yourself an Urshifu, or whatever its pre-evolved form is. Okay, so now it's Malamar. We bait a psychic move, so we should be pretty safe to switch into Ladu. I'm sure that there's like an early Machop in the wild area. Probably a few others that I'm not thinking of off the top of my head. You can probably get Scraggy from a Raid Den. That could make for a fun starter. Okay, so we beat this guy. And now to decide which button will not end the world. But here's the thing. I don't mind. Chlora is an extremely toxic character. Like, she doesn't mind ending the world. She just prefers to do it on her own terms. Okay, see, this cutscene, I actually don't mind. Really cool visuals, though the lack of foundations on that housing are pretty concerning. But yeah, it didn't actually matter. The thing's going to get activated regardless, so yeah. It would actually have been really funny if they made this game and then legitimately never made use of, like, they made it possible to actually circumvent the entire final arc of the game. Oh. This must be post-game stuff. Sorry, I was still on the Cerebi page. Okay, so now, if we go over to Team Flare's secret headquarters... It looks like Lysander 1, his Pokemon are all between level 48 and level 51. So I do think that we can actually do this fairly reliably, like this first one, but then we're going to want to go away and prep at least a little bit for Lysander 2 before we actually do it. But yeah, we can go ahead and take care of Lysander, or sorry, that was Lysander 1 that we just had, so this is Lysander 2. Lysander 3 is the concerning one. So, just checking his team. I am going to do something. Ooh, Komao. That's actually really fun. Definitely one of the cooler dragons that they've come out with in recent generations. Okay, I have Al. Probably gonna swap the Black Sludge for a Citrus Berry. That'll give it a bit more HP over the course of the match. Let's see. What else? Honchkrow. Now, what's my best play into Honchkrow? Because it's looking like one of the more concerning opponents, definitely. I think it's probably Leu. So, let's move Toxicroak, swap it for, well, no, actually. Toxicroak has a purpose. It allows us to pivot around some Gyarados' main stuff. Yeah, you got some definitely fun options. Pancham. So yeah, Pangoro. I think Pangoro, I've always thought Pangoro looked like a cool Pokemon. Fairly simple design, but still. Oh. Yeah, if you've got Sword, then you'll probably want to get a Galarian Farfetch'd. I wonder how early you can do that, because that'd make for a great starter Pokemon for a run through Sword. Very thematically appropriate. So it looks like the only one that doesn't have a really significant purpose is Lada. So yeah, I'll swap Lada out. Yeah, I actually like... Okay. I actually like Galarian Farfetch'd more than I like Galarian Sirfetch'd. That's strictly on design. I just think that the bird carrying an absolutely massive leak is just an amazing visual. Okay, Desi, if you wouldn't mind flying us over to Geosenge, if I can hover it correctly. And Al, we're gonna give you a different item. We're gonna give you a Citrus Berry. I don't suppose I have like the normal, the anti-normal berry, whatever one that is. No, I don't. Okay, so yeah, Citrus Berry is our best bet here. And Peeves shouldn't have... Pretty sure Clobopus is pretty late game. You get access to it just before Gym 6. Maybe before, or sorry, just before Gym 7. Maybe before Gym 6, but don't quote me on that, because that's just baseless, drawn straight from my brain. Yeah, Graplocked is cool. You can actually, I think, get Graplocked around the same time as you can get Clobbopus, so you can skip the first evolution if you want. Sorry, I just double checked and there is a fight just outside this place that I want one of my grass types for, because they lead a neck trick, and well, that's a bit annoying for us. Yeah, I honestly love Phalanx's design. Like, it's a bunch of little dudes doing their best, honestly. The fact that... So I can't recall, does Phalanx get a Gigantamax form? Because if there's anything in Sword and Shield that deserves a Gigantamax form, well, like in Shield anyway, it's the Pokemon that actually gets a shield. Alright. Drop a Sleep Powder. Drop a second Sleep Powder. Drop a Leech Seed. And Grass Knot our way to victory. Oh. I think it was trying to use Roar. Okay, now if you could go ahead and switch out for Desi. Desi will proceed to murder you. Okay, I may have said this before on stream, but not recently. It absolutely ticks me off, like, to an irrational extent, the number of gym leaders in Galar that use Gen 1 Pokemon as their main Pokemon, when there were so many cool Pokemon introduced in Galar. Like, why on earth does Bea or Bay, or however the heck you pronounce her name, I don't know, I've never played Sword. Why on earth does she have a Machamp instead of a Surfetched, or a Grapploct, or any of the other cool fighting types that they introduced? In a similar vein, why on earth does Alistair have a Gengar when he's already got a Cursula on his team? Like, it's just, why are their main Pokemon all just Gen 1 fanboy bait? Like, B. Well, yeah, but they chose what the Gigantamax Pokemon were. They could have given Gigantamax forms to other Pokemon instead of just pandering to Gen 1. Okay, we're leading with Desi. Al has Peeves. Oh yeah, you don't need a Pipe Berry. We're going to give you, I think we're just going to go ahead and give you a Sap Plate. And yeah, I know Bea gets Surfetched, but like, why isn't her main Pokemon a Gen 8 Pokemon? Let's see. Yeah, okay, I've got the team that I want up. Alright, yet another bout of exposition. There we go. Okay, we're on to the battle. I'll be honest, I did use the Mega Lucario in my first X and Y playthrough, but that's just because I lost like 5 Pokemon right before the 5th gym, the electric gym, or it might have even been the grass gym, and I was just straight up running low on Pokemon that were actually usable, and it was all due to my own poor choices. There were a lot of those. I need water. Okay, so there's no chance that he's going for Earthquake right now. So I'm going to pivot through... I think best odds is he's going for Aqua Tail, so I'm going to pivot through Phil Bates. Yep, okay. So Dry Skin makes that clear, and now he's definitely going for Earthquake, which gives me a free switch into Peeves. And Peeves can go for the one-shot with Thunderbolt. Now that won't work for Mega Gyarados, but since I am allowing myself to use Mega Venusaur in the Mega Gyarados fight, I'm not super worried. I really want to use Mega Venusaur, actually. I'm sure there are strategies that, okay, so once again we're going to pivot, because this time best odds are... Yeah, best odds are he's going for Dark Pulse. I'll pivot through Leyu to make this fairly safe. Oh, Fire Blast. Hang tough, Leyu. Okay, at least he didn't get the burn. Okay, but now he might actually even see the kill with Fire Blast, so that should make it safe to switch into Al. Yeah, okay. We're in a pretty safe position here. Even a Hyper Voice crit won't do enough to KO. And we've got that Citrus Berry to restore health. I don't think, yeah, we don't one-shot, but we're gonna do well enough. I need to check what Lysander's Haunch Crow has. Dark Flying Normal Steel. I think I'll pivot through Sully to make this safe. Especially, we're gonna want to finish this thing off with Leyu, because it's got super luck to crit for days. Yeah. Okay. Yawn that thing. Oh, I can't yawn it. I thought it had super luck. Okay, we can take even a crit. We're actually going, since we're faster apparently, we're going to go ahead and encore it into Night Slash, because that'll make things even safer for Leyu. Since it resists and Leyu is immune to crits. Leyu, there you are. So yeah. We should be able to deal with the rest of this pretty easily. I think we'll Sword Stance once. Sword Stance once and then X Scissor. And we do outspeed, so that's helpful. Luckily, Honchkrow isn't actually that fast. I think it's slower than Murkrow. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that X Scissor is a one-shot at this point, but even if it's a two-hit, yeah, even though it's a two-hit, we can take anything that this thing throws at us now. Okay, so there's actually a pretty good chance that we're not going to wind up using Peeves again anytime soon. Just because I don't think it fills any especially specific holes on our team. And we have to sacrifice some of our defensive utility for it, since it's so frail. Okay, so first things first, let's drop Peeves from the team. Okay, Leyu is our answer into Honchkrow. Crobat can deal with literally any fighting type. Wish we had a little bit more depth for dealing with that lion. Why can I not remember? Why can I suddenly not remember what it's called? Pyroar. That's it. Yeah. Oh heck. So fun fact, apparently Pyroar has the ability Unnerve, which means that actually putting my Citrus Berry on Tentacruel for the sole purpose of dealing with Pyroar's high damage output was actually a terrible choice. Okay. Let's play this smart now. Sorry, I want to plan this out kind of carefully, because this is... Lysander is actually one of the more dangerous fights in the game. I don't really want him room to kill off... want to give him room to kill off something important on the team. So I think... actually going, so first of all, we're going to go ahead and get the Black Sludge back on Al. And Ivan... Oh, I know what we're going to give Ivan, but we'll wait for a minute for that. Yes, the start of Sword really is button mashing simulator. The fact that they have you have so many just required battles with random wild Pokemon is genuinely pretty annoying. Okay. So, the first fight, they have a Toxicroak and a Liepard. Yeah, I can lead Ivan into that. I'm sure that if I really wanted to, I could come up with some decent strategies for dealing with... Okay, yeah, he is coming with me. I could come up with some decent strategies for dealing with Lysander's Mega Gyarados. But honestly, I'm a tad lazy in that respect, just because I really want to use Mega Venusaur. I never have a good opportunity to. And also, as you can see, our ally is cheating because he just lost a Pokemon, and yet it's going to be back in the next match. Actually, we're going to go ahead and throw on the experience share, because there's no reason to not have it on when we've got no worry about over-leveling. Okay, Manectric and Mightyena. Let's drop a Sleep Powder on the Mightyena. Oh wow, Manectric is going to roar. It's gonna roar us. So now we're gonna switch back to Poison Ivan. That is a pity, but on the bright side, at least Poliwrath isn't exactly the highest tier Pokemon, so I don't know that it would be that much of an issue to try and get a hold of it. Or that it would be that much of an issue to not get a hold of it. Sorry, my words aren't functioning today. Okay. Let's heal up real quick. Luckily, I can be a little bit more reckless than average with my, I don't have to worry too much about the... What is the word that I'm looking for? The berries that I'm using, because I've got a fresh crop of citrus and orange berries growing. I think I've got enough of everything else to last me through the end of the game, so I'm not that worried. Okay, so it looks like the last one is a Houndoom and a Scrafty. So I'll probably go ahead and switch out immediately on that fight, but I'll still lead Sully into it. Is it your only water-type coverage or your only stab water-type coverage? Because that is an important distinction. Dude, I'm sorry, but you're throwing your Pokemon into the line of fire when I can one-shot, when I can finish off that Houndoom. Easiest boss fight? Oh, you're talking about what's his face, the rich guy that runs the program. Okay, what's in the upcoming room? Because I know there are a few there are a few admin fights that I have to take care of. It's like 4 of them. And then there's the Yveltal fight, and that's the point when I can head out. Yeah. No, Rose won't be an issue. It won't be quite as easy as it would if you had fire types instead of fighting, but it'll still be pretty ridiculously easy. The only thing to really play around is his Gigantamax elephant. Yeah, I can't remember what it is. Okay. And now the admins are gonna show up. Yep, there they are. And I am going to take on these 4. Okay, we'll start here. Okay, it's a Liepard up first. Sleep powder should let us leech seed close to full health. Get us some extra chip damage. Oh, that taunt is actually going to be a little bit annoying with the second Pokemon. I should know is the thing, because, like, Copperaja, that's it. That's it. Copperaja. I actually like its design. And I really like its pre-evolved form. I think it's adorable. Well, okay, you're gonna bring in something else. I'm actually gonna pivot back into Ivan, though, because I don't want him... He's actually the best matchup here. Yeah, Qfant, whatever. Pronunciations of some Pokemon's names are actually pretty hard. Like, you don't always realize it, but then you try and say them out loud and suddenly they're impossible. Okay, what about you? You have a Swalot. Go ahead and sleep powder it. Leech seed. And then... Okay, so it has liquid ooze. We can use that for the chip damage, but it is going to be damaging us as well, so that was a bit of a dumb move on my part. Should be able to finish this pretty quick with Phil Bates. Again, as long as I actually hit the correct moves. Yes, Ralts is in this game, and what's more, there's actually a static Gallade in the wild area. Now, I don't necessarily recommend going after it, because I think it's like level 60 or something, so that would make it very much late game material, but... would definitely be easier to just hunt for a male Ralts male Ralts or Curlia and get the evolution yourself. With this one, I'm actually not going to lead Ivan. Oh, this isn't the one that I thought it was. Yawn. Oh. And we... Dang! Well, now we're going into Ivan. And then we'll pivot back to our water type. Ivan, I would consider Petal Blizzard, but it's a physical move and just kind of unnecessary on you. Oh, this one's actually still packing acrobatics. Okay, let's fire off a quick acid spray. And now that we've got a safe switch in thanks to sleep, I think Al is a pretty good option for dealing with this. I think we'll be faster, yeah. Oh, I actually really expected the one shot there. Al, you're lucky that you're bulky because you don't actually hit as hard as I tend to expect you to. Okay. So the next part is the required Yveltal capture, but since it is a required capture, we are just going to chuck a Master Ball at it. There's really no reason not to. You know, one thing that I find really weird about this game, actually, and I want to highlight this. They basically make fly a required move. Oh wait, no they don't. So you can come in from this side, but not that. Why the heck are you even blocking this side then? Team Flare, get your acts together. Alright, Desi, you're gonna go ahead and fly us back over here to Dendemil so that we can go and use the Frost Cavern for more training. So yeah, I think we've actually got the team that we want for Lysander. We'll get a couple of levels to help things here. This guy only has a Smeargle. So even though it's a phenomenal Pokemon, as far as moveset is concerned, it's a weak Pokemon as far as everything else. So I'm not actually worried. Yeah. I want to check what this first trainer in Frost Cavern has, because if we can actually clear out a few of these trainers, that'll save us some time. First room, she has a Doublade. It's actually a pretty bad matchup for us on the whole, but surprisingly, yeah, we have Leyu, who can make pretty quick work of that. Speaking of things Leyu can make quick work of, hi Hunter. Power Trick Dupes. That's actually pretty good since it has so much defense already. What about that second guy in this room? Did we already fight him? I feel like I vaguely remember fighting a Raichu. Okay, we haven't fought you before. So we drop a Leech Seed, and then Grass Knot. It's not going to take much from Grass Knot because it's a very light Pokemon, but you know what, I'm just gonna hit Synthesis. Yeah. That was the right call. If it had gone for Thunderbolt, Synthesis would have guaranteed that we got back to full. Now, what does a Golduck at this level have? Zen Headbutt is its psychic coverage. So we'll go ahead and switch out to our psychic immune Pokemon and just crunch the heck out of it. And now we'll pivot through our ground immunity. Oh, it has Thrash. Okay. Well, yeah, we'll go straight in. Swing through you to get some more experience on you, Sully, since you're a little bit behind. Why are you just going for Thrash? Oh, that's right. AI has issues with multi-hit moves. Drop a Leech Seed. Synthesis up to full. It becomes confused again, which is actually really funny. And Grass Knot. A lot of them, well, a decent number hit new levels there, so that's good. Okay, yeah, I've cleared everything in this room. Wait. No, it's going left from that room. However, I've never picked this up. I wouldn't actually even be bothering with this much exploring, I don't think, except I know that there's a Nevermelt ice in here somewhere. I actually want that. We'll Leech Seed to regain some HP. And then we'll switch out to, I think, Phil Bates. So this thing's probably going to try and use it. I think it actually only has attacking moves at the moment. So yeah, Sucker Punch is an easy one-shot. What does this guy have? So yeah, we've cleared the Hiker, we've cleared Brains and Brawn, we've cleared Battle Girl Kinsey, which means this guy has a Scrafty and a Throw. So pretty obvious who the best matchup into this one is. And now for the fighting type gym strat. Literally just clicking acrobatics repeatedly. Hang on. There we go. I need to look into a fix I've read about a little bit online for dealing with the blur from the camera. Overall, it's a pretty good camera if you don't have to deal with annoying blur. I believe this is where we surf for the Never Melt Ice. Yes. Okay, that'll be useful once we actually pick up Ice Beam. Might come in handy for the Dragon type Elite Four member. Sully, if you would be so kind. Start acid spraying. And the third one should finish it off. No, Desi, there's no reason for you to learn Air Slash. It is strictly worse than everything that you have on you right now. The only flying stab you need is acrobatics. Put Sully back up front. We're still going to avoid that Hiker because he is actually pretty terrifying. Jeez, Sully, how are you dodging so many attacks all of a sudden? okay, it's just a Probopass. I was genuinely worried it was going to be an exploding Graveler or something. But no, Probopass we can deal with. Let's drop a Leech Seed. And then Grass Knot for the win. Yep, it's very heavy and we had broken its sturdy. Does this girl have... onto this floor, the third floor I think it is, yeah. Onto the third floor. She has a Medicham. Yeah, it's a good thing that I looked that up beforehand. Because we can take it. But we don't want to have to switch something into it. Not if we can help it anyway. Okay, so it does look like it might not actually know any psychic type moves at this level. So you know what? I think we can actually just go ahead and attack. Oh, it knows Psychic, and it got a crit. But on the bright side, that's not a physical move. So it does have an atypical move set. Good night, Bruce. Thanks for dropping in. Hope you had a good time. And yeah, we'll see you later. Ooh, I didn't realize this was here. I don't think we can use it, but hey. It's nice to have the TMs just so I know I'm not forgetting something. One last area to explore here. Never mind, there's not really. now it's just a matter of leveling stuff up. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, because it shouldn't be that hard to get to get ready for the Lysander fight. His Mega Gyarados is, I think I said 53, 54, one of those two. Mega Gyarados is 53. Obviously that's not our level cap, because the level cap is based on the gyms, but that's what we'll try and get most of the team up to, just so we're in a good position. We may actually be able to keep an experience share on for most of the remainder of the game. Because we've actually got a lot of flexibility with the level caps in the rest of the game. So our current level cap is 59, and then I believe it's 65 for the Elite Four. I wonder if Jinx in this cave actually has a psychic move. The only time I've actually made use of Jinx is, I think, when playing Pokemon Stadium as a kid. Which I find kind of amusing. Just to know that there's a Pokemon that's been around since Gen 1, and the only game I've used it in was a Gen 1 game. Does it have any attacking moves? How do you keep avoiding all of those swaggers? Like, they're like 95% accurate. You just dodged 2. Silly, are you involved in some shady stuff, some background deals in the game's code? What is up with the RNG today? Desi is level 53. I think we need Desi any higher, so let's pivot something else in to get some quick experience. You know what? Pendra, we'll slip you in for now. I do still want to wait and see what the available team members are when we hit the Elite Four before I really start thinking about Elite Four teams. Because I really feel like there are a lot of different ways that it could go and a lot of different strategies that we could draw on. So I mean, we've got Pendra, who has baton pass options, and she can baton pass speed and attack boosts, which are both pretty amazing things to have around. But it might not be strictly necessary depending on the strategy for the Elite Four. So we'll need to start the strategizing with figuring out what we're going to do into, I think his name is Wickstrom, the Steel-type trainer. I could be wrong on that. But the Steel-type Elite Four is definitely the most problematic of the Pokemon. It's definitely the most problematic team on the Pokemon League, if not the most problematic Pokemon. Diantha is probably pretty free, to be honest, since she leads with an easily exploitable Hawlucha, and a lot of her team is actually not as threatening as it looks. But yeah, even her Mega Gardevoir, as long as we put a Poison-type move on something relatively fast, we should have no trouble one-shotting the Gardevoir. Which is typically the biggest threat in the team. I'm trying to think what else might wind up being a threat. Al, you're not learning Hydro Pump. Yeah, the fact that the Steel-type trainer carries a good bit of ground coverage and has Steel types, already a good type, but then there's the fact that they're immune to one of the stabs of all of my Pokemon. We definitely have to work out something for him. Surprisingly, the Water-type trainer, who is usually pretty challenging, shouldn't actually be too much of an issue. If we play things smart and get out one of our grass types safely, we can take care of most of his team. Kendra, you go in. I don't think this thing has a psychic move. They haven't gone for one this entire time I've been here. Yeah. Elite Four will be at least a bit tricky to plan around, since we'll be restricted to a single team. Let's see, a Fire-type trainer can probably be dealt with largely just using Owl, with a couple of other Pokemon carrying ground and rock coverage as backups. Could still hypothetically be difficult under bad circumstances. The main thing will be making sure that we don't switch in any of our other Pokemon on strong fire moves. The Dragon Trainer I'm not super worried about because we have a Dragon type who is remarkably bulky. We also have at least one fast Pokemon that can learn Ice Beam, and we'll have the Ice Beam TM for there. Unfortunately, Ivan, we're not going to have you learn Solar Beam. Okay, let's make this... Let's go pretty quick here. Especially because I've been streaming for a decent length of time. I've probably still got a bit more, because I think I started around 7, but... yeah. It's weird how a lot of the Haunters in here actually seem predisposed to not go for Shadow Ball for some reason. I'm actually kind of glad that we don't have too much use of setup strats in this game, in this run, just because, funnily enough, one of the main issues with the upcoming Elite Four from a Nuzlocke perspective is that they're really hard to set up on. You know what, Rafkin? I think Undeath finds a way, you know? The little undead ghost really wants to let out a puff of cold breath, then they will. You know, as much as I actually want to try and use Fell Stinger, I don't think it's the best option for me. So I'm going to go ahead and not learn it. Speaking of things that I should not learn, I'm going to make my way back. Simply because I don't actually think it's advantageous to have acupressure on whatchamacallit, Leyu at this point. I think it's a lot smarter to have either a second coverage move or more reasonably toxic spikes. With that said, we'll do one more switch out. Okay. Should be on the onto the last bit of grinding for this. Al, could you help us out here? Thank you. Not that it really matters, because Hex is super effective into Haunter and would almost certainly one-shot it even at normal base power, but Hex is actually, funnily enough, getting a boost from the fact that I keep putting Haunter to sleep before sending in Al. Okay, I think once Al hits level 53, we'll go ahead, call that good for the grinding. I really don't like grinding here, which is part of why I'm not getting the rest of the team up to level. Because once we beat Lysander the last time, we'll actually have a pretty easy... we'll have a really good area to grind open up. Hendra, if you wouldn't mind. let's wrap this up. Okay, and that's Al to level 53. And now we can reorganize the team according to what we actually want to use. So let's get Drapion in there. Keep Ivan on the team. Desi is helpful, and is Phil Bates actually that useful into this? I mean, if necessary, he can come in on most of the Pokemon and hit them with a super effective move to help clean up. But actually, I think I'll bring some Death Fodder. Shouldn't need Amanita, but yeah, I think some Death Fodder is probably the safe move here. Okay, we'll heal up. Put the team in the preferred order. Which I think involves leading with Desi. And yeah. Let's hit it. Before we go on, I am actually going to take a break real quick because I need to use the restroom. But I'll be back in a minute. Please behave. Yeah, like the stream title, like the notification says, I'm the only one allowed to cause a global extinction event here, so be sure not to do that while I'm gone at least. And I am back. I hope everyone behaved themselves while I was gone. I'm gonna check items real quick. So none, black sludge, wide lens. Oh, I almost forgot. One of the core aspects of this. I'm going to sort by name to make this a bit easier to find. We're going to give the Venusaurite to Poison Ivan. Oh, one last minute move change. Before I forget. I want Poison Jab on Leu instead of X-Scissor. This Poison Jab will do a fair bit more than X-Scissor will into Honchkrow. It's a bit higher base power and its stab. And now for a cutscene where we reveal genuinely one of the coolest recent legendaries. I actually really like Yveltal's design. Alright, and now for this deadly confrontation, we're gonna throw the Master Ball. It's a required capture. If we beat it, the battle literally just starts over, which is really annoying. But yeah. I actually really wish that Pokemon would stop making required captures a thing. Okay. So now for the Lysander fight. It's an easy one-shot on the first Pokemon with acrobatics. Now this does kind of depend on who he brings out. Okay, it's Pyroar. So, the safe switch is to go to Al. He's probably going for Fire Blast here. It's the strongest move. But we resist and are very bulky. Got burned, but that isn't too much of an issue since we're not physical attackers. We're not a physical attacker. Okay. Now let's surf. I have to take the hyper voice. And we outspeed, so we can finish it on the next turn with another surf. See, if we didn't outspeed him there, we would actually probably have to we actually probably would have needed to bring in Peeves to this fight so that we could pivot through him to waste. We could pivot between him and Al to waste this guy's Fire Blast and Hyper Voice PP. Okay. Sword Stance up. We'll probably start going for Aerial Ace. Yep. Luckily, unlike our rival, Lysander has reliable AI. Okay, now we're gonna switch kind of carefully here real quick. So we want to bring in Venusaur on the correct move. Because see, this Gyarados is about to Mega Evolve. But because it's up against Leyu, who's weak to ground type moves, Earthquake is going to be the strongest option. Meaning we can safely switch in Desi on what should be an Earthquake, which Desi is immune to by type, unlike some of our other Pokemon which only have their immunities by way of ability. And now it's no longer a water flying, it's a water dark. Okay, so now that Desi is in and immune to Earthquake, it's most likely going to go for Aqua Tail, since that has the highest overall damage out of Aqua Tail, Iron Head, and Outrage, which makes it safe to bring in Ivan. Yep. Oh, and we even dodged the attack. That's nice. And now, for the first and even potentially the last time in this particular game, we're gonna use Mega Evolution. So I can't actually guarantee that we'll wind up using it in the final fight with the champion. We just probably will. We turned into Mega Venusaur. It's locked into Outrage, which we should take pretty well. Yeah, okay. Not as well as I'd like, but since it's a one-shot with Grass Knot, we didn't have to worry too much, because we got a pretty healthy boost to our special attack when we Mega Evolved. Yeah, see, right now it's 191, and that's showing us our stats while Mega Evolved. After the fight, we'll be no longer Mega Evolved, and we can go in and check how big that boost was. And now we have to deal with more cutscene. Except this cutscene has text, which means I can't just crank up the speed again. So yeah, he is going to fire off the ultimate weapon, but the blast is for some reason going to be affected by gravity and fall right back down onto the ultimate weapon. Which is somehow still not damaged by that whole thing and just kind of sinks back into the ground instead of, I don't know, exploding or something. Who knows? Who knows at this point, really? Gets buried, and Callum, it's never gonna happen. You are never going to beat me in battle. I refuse to let... It's always possible that I could lose a Nuzlocke, but I refuse to let it be to you. I don't care about your backstory, or AZ, or whatever the heck your name is. Just let me get back to Pokemon, dang it. Okay, Desi, fly us to Anastar. I think I may have accidentally turned off speed up at some point in that process. See, that's what those cutscenes do to me. Okay. Real quick, I'm going to take a second and move a couple of these Pokemon that we will literally never use. You know what? We have used Lapras once, so I won't throw it permanently in a trash box. Lapras was actually necessary for a brief time when we needed someone who could surf. With that all said, let's see what's coming up on the next route. Anastar City lets out onto Route 18. Can't get any encounters on Route 18. There are a couple of trainers, and I believe the gauntlet of fights against our rivals on the bridge. Okay, no, that's the next route. So yeah, the main thing we're gonna do on this route is make our way through it to a place called Terminus Cave, where we'll be able to pick up a few useful items and technically one encounter that we will almost certainly never use. Now, for heading out there, let's add Phil Bates to the team. Oh, real quick. Yeah, see, when Mega Evolved, Ivan had 191 special attack, now it's down to 165, so a pretty big difference. Yeah, I think I'll go with these guys for the moment. The only one that I'd really want to bring along right now is Lotta. You know what? Yeah. We'll swap Ivan out for Lotta for the moment. So the next big fight is in Korowai Town. We have to deal with this guy. Oh, I forgot how slow we were. Grant, could you leave us alone? Fine, I'll switch to something faster. So this is Terminus Cave. As we work our way through here, we should be able to find one encounter, one of our last, the use of which will be pretty much strictly as either death fodder or for one specific move in its moveset. Oh crap. Okay, yeah. I didn't realize they got Earthquake as a level up move. Apparently they are one of the Pokemon that has benefited from an improved level up moveset in recent generations. Huh. Alright, let's teach Rock Smash to Phil Bates. Yeah, drop Rock Tomb for it, I guess. You're not the Pokemon that I want in against anything that Rock Tomb hits effectively anyway. Okay. We'll start trying to get some of the items that are scattered about this cave. I think there's an item on that rock. Yep. Luckily, if nothing else, Lotta is fast enough to outrun Gravelers to let us escape. Oh, what's this construction worker got? We're in Terminus Cave. Oh, this is actually really tricky, because one of the workers in here has 2 Gravelers and a Golem. And the Gravelers, all of those are massive issues for us. Meanwhile, another worker in here just has an Octillery, which is much easier to deal with. Let's see if we can get a little bit more detailed information. Okay, so looking at it carefully, none of the items that we're really here for are in this section of the cave. And we've just encountered the one Pokemon that we can catch here. So let's just throw a quick ball. So yeah, Ariados is the only valid encounter here as far as capture goes. We can weaken it with Twister. Like, obviously it's a pretty weak Pokemon, but we can safely hit it with one. And then let's use a Nest Ball. Or, I didn't mean to use a Nest Ball, I meant to use a Net Ball. Nest Ball is pretty terrible against something that is level 45, and only a few levels below our team. Let's try this again. Net Ball. I'm starting to think I may have to call it pretty quick here. Alright. Looks like the most deadly spider in the world is the Sydney funnel-web spider, Atrax robustus. So I think we'll call you, we'll name you Robustus and call you Robbie. Okay. Oh crap. Oh wait, I can just use an escape rope. I was like, wait, do I have to fight that guy in order to get out? And if I didn't have an escape rope or the TM for dig, I would, but as it stands, I have both of those things, so let's fire off an escape rope. Okay, so we cleared that section, and there's actually nothing especially useful in that section, so we're gonna move on to somewhere that gives us more specifically useful stuff. Really? Another Sand Slash? Desi, if you could come and take potential earthquake hit. Okay, we got the max ether. And I think this is the Brick Break TM. Yes, okay. This is definitely the biggest thing that I wanted from this cave, because it finally gives Phil Bates a strong, reliable stab move with a good bit of strength beyond what low kick normally has. We're in a better position now. We're also going to put X Scissor back on Layu. Because we don't really have much need for an actual poison type move. Why they always go for Sandstorm. They probably have... It's probably the ones with the Sand Veil ability that are going for Sandstorm first turn. I bet if they have something else, the game isn't quite as eager to make use of evasion strategies. Can't go that way, so if we want the item on the other side of the bridge there, we're gonna have to find a different way through. Let's Rock Smash. Let's run. Actually kind of tricky to find the way to the back caves here, because you have to sort of fly blind. Oh. Okay, this guy has a sock. Come on, why are there so many random trainers in this game who just have supercharged coverage for no reason? See, this is what you get for bringing in a random sock that just happens to know Earthquake. You get to deal with my Desi coming in there and absolutely eviscerating your overpowered fighting type. Oh, heck. So we got a dragon scale, that's not actually that useful. We got the normal gem, that is potentially useful. We got a Graveler, that's not useful in the slightest. Okay, and we got to Korowai Town, where for some reason there are actually a lot of hidden items. You know what? I know the one fight that we have to take care of in Korowai Town, but I want to check the levels of the Pokemon. So if we're in Korowai Town, Okay, they're all level 50. And none of them have crazy good matchups into our team. The closest one to a good matchup is... So it's a battle against the Professor. He's got a Venusaur, Charizard, and Blastoise. Venusaur doesn't really threaten anyone on our team because we're all poison types. I don't actually know what moves he's got on these things, because he probably has weird moves for some inexplicable reason. There we go. Professor Sycamore, second battle. Okay, yeah. Venusaur isn't even approaching a threat. Charizard could do some damage, but I think we can handle it pretty safely with Al. So all we really need is something for Blastoise, which shouldn't be that hard because we have a couple of grass types in the box, and I think I'll use Ollie for no particular reason. I just kind of feel like it. Yeah, we'll go with... Yeah, we really don't need to worry too much about over-leveling Desi, because the last gym is an Ice-type gym, which makes things relatively straightforward. You can take out the... Wait. The Ice-type gym is not some place that we want to take Desi. So Desi gets the honor of eviscerating this lesser Poison Ivan. Ooh, we got a couple of level ups too. Okay, now we'll get to Ollie. And absolutely slaughter his Blastoise. And now, since there's a Fire-type move incoming, almost guaranteed. Really? Gen 6 AI, everybody. That Charizard has 2 Fire-type moves and a Flying-type move, and it was staring at a Grass-type. Literally anything would have been better than Slash in that situation. Even now, Wing Attack would have been better than Slash into Al. Yep, so now all of the people who have been regularly bugging us on this journey are going to bump into us and ask for one last battle. Yay. You know what, Desi? We'll switch you out for the moment, put in something else to deal with ground-type moves. Yeah, see, fun fact, there is exactly one reason that we might use Robbie here. It is for this singular move. The move Spiderweb. Oh wait, no, that's Spiderweb, that's not Sticky Web. Okay, it's for a different move. We could hypothetically make use of Sticky Web for one of the Elite Four battles or the Champion battle. We can't make use of it for 2 because Robbie will not survive more than 1. Robbie is basically Phoebe, except we actually got Phoebe at a point where we could make use of her, where she was actually going to be useful. Okay. So now... yeah. We're not gonna play much longer. I'm gonna do a quick sweep of the town with the dowsing machine. Make sure I pick up any items that people are giving away. Just because there are actually a surprising number of just random items in this town. Like this lady just gave us U-turn, which we're gonna teach to Desi almost immediately. Yeah, for some reason they were just like, yeah, stick like 15 items that are either invisible or Trespin's height 1'8". That sounds correct. No. Hey, we got a miracle seed. We've already got like 2 of those, but yeah. Gonna clear this town, and that's probably gonna be it for the day. We can't go up waterfalls yet, so... and there's where we get Prism Scale, the item that no one ever uses because Milotic isn't actually ever worth grinding for. Jeez, it's harder than it can hope to justify. Hey, we got the TM for Scald. That's actually pretty dang good. We might wind up teaching that to Al in place of Surf, because Scald has a high chance of burning. But yeah, I would say... Sorry, I'm just trying to see where I want to stand while signing off. This is a very picturesque location, I think. Yeah. Oh, wait. Actually, one thing I want to check real quick. Always got to see if the benches have special camera angles. They do. Okay, yep, this is where we're saving and ending it today, because that is just cool, too cool of an angle to pass up. So yeah, not much to say. Thanks for stopping in. We'll pick this up again next week, probably Monday, maybe Tuesday, just depending on how much I'm able to get done, whether I'm able to make sure I've got time to stream. we only have 2 really major, I suppose you could say 3 major hurdles remaining. We've got the 8th gym, we've got the final rival fight, I almost forgot. We've got the Bridge Gauntlet with Shauna, Tierno, and Trevor, the 8th gym, Victory Road in the final rival fight, and then the Elite Four and Champion. So it'll probably take 2 or 3 more streams. Actually, I'm going to say 3 or 4 more streams to finish this one up. But yeah, we're getting close to the end. Exciting stuff is happening. And look forward to seeing y'all again. Paper Mario will be happening this weekend. We'll be picking it up with an alliance with a giant tuna. But yeah, until then, I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for coming, and bye-bye.